We have the blue Dwarven player Sauron from Canada at the bottom side, against the red Dwarven player Avi from Turkey at the top side. Westfold 2. Where was Gondor when Westfold fell? That's the big question. And maybe we will say at the end of the video, at the end of this game, where was Gondor when dwarves fell? Because one of the dwarves is going to fall tonight, trust me. 2 mineshafts coming up for Avi, 2 mineshafts coming up for Sauron. So this is a matchup between, you know, like it's about macro, macro, but more like macro-lastic in this situation. Definitely it's about expanding, it's about hiding your mineshafts in some good places. You can use them later on to go for a sneaky attack, and it's a very snowballing matchup, right? So basically the one who has a lead, and that's the thing about these two players, when they get a lead, they know how to snowball the lead into an instant victory. So the question is, who is going to fall behind first, or who is going to get a lead first? 2 mineshafts, Hall of Warriors coming up for Sauron. 2 mineshafts, 3 mineshafts into the Hall of Warriors coming up for Avi. So he's building 3 mineshafts around his fortress, while Sauron does only build 2. And he's now moving on to the top right troll. It was pretty close, by the way. I mean, the last thing you want is to build in the troll range, because then the troll is gonna just take your mineshaft down the second it's up. But that's not being the case for now. Avi recruiting pikemen first. Same goes to Sauron. They will be creeping at the beginning of the game. Now, the good thing for Sauron is, if he creeps the troll layer, he will get the chance to capture this inn to recruit some hobbits. But I believe it's gonna be the same situation also for Avi. However, the builder from Sauron is able to scout the area, so he might be able to find the mineshaft. Even though I don't think that's gonna change too much. The builder is tanking. Don't underestimate the troll. Okay. He's just beating us. Now the troll is gonna be secured without almost dealing 0 damage in return. And that's a very healthy and fast clear of the troll layer. Let's see. Oh, never mind. He actually found the mineshaft from Sauron. Sauron was forced to cancel the mineshaft. But what Sauron does is actually he's buying himself some time. And that's pretty nice, because by the time Avi is finally making it to the creep, Sauron is already done. So level 2 pikeman now, almost level 2.5. The reason is simple, because the rallying call in BFME 2 is also giving you additional combat experience other than giving you armor. Looks like he doesn't want to capture this inn yet. That means no hobbits anytime soon. Just in time for Dwarf Mirror. Hey, Root Devil. I mean, I think you have not seen the other games, dude, you know, in the tournament so far. We have seen Dwarven Mirror matches so many times already. It was kind of crazy. I think Dwarves in Battle for Middle-earth 2 on a patch 1.9 version 2 are not in a really good spot right now. That's why basically the format of the Wormtongue tournament is you pick the faction for your opponent player, right? It means Avi was picking dwarves for his opponent. You don't get the chance to pick your own faction, but you get always the chance to pick the faction for the opponent player. However, you can pick the same faction only twice. And maybe that's not the most balanced format of a tournament, but it's something else. The first attack is happening, and look at that. It looks like Avi was using his rallying call defensively, but it's not going to change the fact that he will be losing the mineshaft next to his Hall of Warriors. And also, he didn't capture the money yet, but I think he will. He's capturing the inn. Once again, that's going to give Dwarven faction the chance to recruit some hobbits. There is the first offensive mineshaft coming up from Avi at the bottom right side, which can be used for a potential counter attack. So there is a mineshaft coming up for Avi too. This one is also, this one is from Sauron actually. Sauron has offensive mineshaft here. He has an offensive mineshaft in the middle of the map. Level 2 is a massive power spike for the Guardians, because they unlock the charge attack, which will give them additional movement speed and also armor, which, by the way, in a situation like that will, pretty much mean you will win the 1v1 situation. More and more units coming. The mineshaft is going to be taken down anyway. Pretty nice. Almost level 2 from that, but it looks like they won't get away. And no battle wagons anytime soon. In this matchup, I believe at some point of the game we will definitely get the chance to see Gloins. With Gloins, I mean 2 Gloins. For each player, 1. Because Gloins, as you guys know and have seen also in this tournament, there we go. Gloin is already on the field, by the way, from Sauron. So it's, he's going to be able to level up to level 4 in literally no time. And level 4 is a massive power spike. Shake Foundation deals crazy amount of damage to any of the structures. And also he's beefy, thank you, right? The main weakness of Gloin is the lack of movement speed. However, the lack of movement speed is not that big of a deal, you know what I'm saying, in a situation like that, because you are against dwarves, they won't be able to catch you anyway. So basically, in this matchup, Gloin has no weakness. So let's see. Gloin is also on the field from Abe. Like mentioned before, we will see Gloin every single time. But this Gloin is level 3. Fiesta, welcome. Just in case you don't know, guys, we have 1 minute delay in the stream. Just, to deny all the discussions of being stream sniped. Level 4, Slam will be used from Abe's Gloin to knock the Gloin from Sauron back on the field, back on the ground. Level 2, but here's now the Shake Foundation. Shake Foundation is almost able to one-shot that thing. Watch this. Boom, son. Crazy damage, but you need some follow-up now. Can he finish him off? Yes, he can now with the heal, but it looks like he doesn't want to overcommit. You want to just get in safety. Remember, the Dwarven faction is able to get the rebuild from the spellbook if needed, but it looks like you want to save up for the Hobbit summon. So the Gloins fighting against each other, but Abe has now 10 power points collected. Once again, those 10 will be invested into the Hobbit summon now, which will be used right off the bat. Looks like Abe's Gloin is going to be barely able to get away. In the Hobbit, the Gloin, Samwise Gamgee. Oh no, nice. Actually, he was able to enter the mineshaft in the last possible second, and the mineshaft is getting demolished right away from Sauron. So, I mean, I think it's a good situation now for Sauron. Why you asking? Glad you asking, because he was kind of forcing Abe to use his Hobbit summon kind of defensively, right? And the time remaining is going down quite fast. That means the Hobbits, they should not have too much of an impact after being summoned like that. They can still do some stuff, but they could have done much more stuff if you summon them offensively. 500 command points available for Abe and 400 command points available for Sauron. So he was going for all the 5, so rebuild, heal and rallying call. That's why he's a bit behind in terms of the PowerPoint department, but it's fine because the Hobbits is kind of wasted, as you can see and tell, because by the time they are arriving here, they will be gone. Okay, the Gloin is still on the field from Sauron. He might recommit on this, Hall of Warriors, which is rebuilding up over time. Shake Foundation is on cooldown. Boom, slam. It's like a splash damage. It will be able to hit multiple stuff at the same time. And can he get away though? I mean, he's kind of surrounded. Like that. This is not his mineshaft, right? That means he might be eventually taken down. However, who's gonna catch him? Because he's as fast as those Guardians. There is no way he can be chased or catched. Also, Guardians are on this side. The counter attack now, the Hall of Warriors from him is also quite low. Rebuild is on cooldown from Sauron. That means the Hall of Warriors this time is going to be definitely taken down. The level 2 mineshaft is now open, open for a potential attack. It will be clumped against, and also this is going to go down. Definitely. There is little to nothing Sauron can do about this situation. Nice clamping from Abe, making sure that a bunch of the units are able to attack. And I hear Gloin speaking. Looks like he will still be able to get away. Level 3 Gloin only for Abe. Level almost 5 Gloin for Sauron. The mineshaft is going to get demolished. The power points are rising to this guy. I mean, he has a lot of money, right? Maybe even Gimli can be a great hero choice and, something worth to save up for. He has now the Hobbit summon himself. He might be summoning the Hobbits here. He will be summoning the Hobbits here. Rallying call is on cooldown. Let's see. Boom. There we go. The problem is, he's gonna use heal. That's the heal from Sauron, by the way. The Hobbits are chasing down Gloin. Gloin is actually trying to get into his own Guardians to parry block the enemy units. But this Gloin and also the Hobbit is running him down. And one more hit is all it takes. Yes, Gloin from Abe has been taken down. That's a beautiful Hobbit summon, definitely. Boom. Just don't lose your Gloin yourself. Don't lose your Gloin yourself. These are the Hobbits, by the way, from Abe, but they are coming from the inn at the bottom side, right? That's not from the summon. 550 command points available for Sauron, and the same power points, also command points available for Abe. He has nearly 7 power points collected after the Hobbit summon, the rallying call and the heal. On the other side, we have almost 6 power points collected for Sauron after Hobbit summon, rallying call, heal and rebuild. It means he has definitely more power points collected so far. And he has nearly 2,500, right? 3,000 is required to recruit Gimli, one of the most efficient heroes in the entire game. But it looks like you want to actually save up for King Dain. So King Dain is going to be the choice. Even though I would love to see Gimli, but it's okay. I mean, King Dain, I believe in a situation like that is also a pretty nice hero who offers you with level 1 right off the bat the high tier leadership. And remember, the Dwarven faction is not able to nullify the bonuses. That means the high tier leadership from Gloin is gonna, or Gimli, not Gloin, not Gimli either. I mean, King Dain is gonna be actually pretty efficient. And with the Mighty Rage, you can make your units stronger or the enemy units weaker. So it's one of the best sportive heroes definitely in the entire game. Okay, so this Gloin is still remaining on the field for a long time. He didn't lose him one single time. It was pretty unlucky for Abe. He almost got him with the hobbits, but close is not close enough, you know? The mineshaft level 2 is going to be protected, but with the hobbits, that's good for Abe. 600 command points now for Sauron and 550 for Abe and 550 for Sauron. And we have, there we go, King Dain is on the field once again. Level 1, the high tier hero leadership for additional armor, damage, and also the combat experience. Level 4 for the Mighty Reach, which means even more movement speed, more damage, more shot revealing, or less damage or less armor for the enemy units. Rebuild has been used from Sauron in the middle of the map, but Abe is actually recovering quite a lot. I mean, he has now Gloin is back. His Gloin is back on the field. Level 4 has the Shake Foundation. Also spreading out quite nicely. You know, it's like you look at the minimap. It's like a 50-50 situation right now. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's so even, right? Like, nobody has an advantage, guys. Everything is still possible in this matchup. I mean, King Dain might be the differential here in these situations, but he needs some levels. He's already level 3. Level 7, the Stubborn Pride. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Dain becomes able to reveal stealth. That's maybe okayish, but the fear resistance itself is gonna become kind of useless in this matchup. It is definitely useful against some factions, like especially Mordor, with all the fear you get from the Screech of the Nazgul, of the Felbeast, of the Witch King, the Roar ability from a Drama Troll. But definitely not in this matchup. Boom, Shake Foundation on the mineshaft, and it's gone just like that. So lots of pressure on Sauron now. He's going for a counterattack with one single Guardian and one hero. Level 4 already for King Dain. The thing is, Sauron is falling apart though. I mean, he's down now to 500 command points, which causes him to be command points capped. He cannot recruit any more units at this point. 15 power points in the bank after the Hobbit summon. And we have 9 power points and 600 command points available for Abe. So Mighty Reach, he's still holding on it. He doesn't use it. Also, Dain is dealing respectable amount of damage to the structures. I mean, not as strong as of course Gloin, but it's fine. Gloin from Abe is still alive. There comes Gloin from Sauron. Shake Foundation is available. Level 5. Level 8 gives you the chance to be mounted on your battle, on your goat. Boom, Shake Foundation. There we go. All of Warriors number 1 is gone. This one is level 1 also. Will be the target. Lots of Guardians. It looks like Abe has nothing to keep this area protected. We hear the Hobbits from the Shire and Men of Steel summon. So he's summoning them both at the same time for defense. But is this gonna be enough? Because we have also the Men of Steel summon now from Sauron. Into the Rallying Call. And Mighty Reach. Big fight. The builder has been slain. What is happening? Fiesta. Boom, slap from Gloin. Okay. Oh, the hobbits are screaming. It's so satisfying. Like, okay. The fortress is being clamped on. 550 command points for Abe. 400 command points for Sauron only. But Sauron is definitely the momentum. Level 5 King Dain. Level 6 King Dain, sorry. Actually, Dain leveled up like crazy, my dude. It's a cloud break. It's a cloud break from Sauron to stun the enemy units. Does he have siege hammers? The answer is no. Without siege hammers, the one Guardian can't achieve too much. You cannot take down a fortress fast enough. Fiesta. The Mighty has been taken down. We have a level 5 Guardians, level 4 Guardians. And level 5 Guardians. By the way, at level 5, they get 2 times 5% additional movement speed, which gives them the chance to chase and catch the enemy units. Gloin is running. He should be able to get away, I guess, because I don't think Dain is faster than him to be able to catch him. The hobbits are coming to assist King Dain. He's even healing up during all this time. So for now, the game is kind of, you know, I think it's looking good for Sauron because he was able to kill the barracks, right? That means no more unit production anytime soon for Abe, and that's gonna give much more freedom and time for Sauron to build up an army worthy of Erebor. And he was also doing some stuff at the bottom side, creeping from Sauron. And we have not seen battle wagons all game long, by the way, guys. We have double barracks. These are level 2, which is a great tactic to make them a bit more beefy, because it's not very expensive, right? But it will give you faster production speed and also make them maybe tanky enough to not get one-shotted from the enemy Dain's Shake Foundation. Okay. So Hobbit Summoning is available once again for Sauron. It's gonna be used now. And Gloin is level 6. from Ave. He's actually inside the Hobbits, and the Hobbits throw the back in. Samwise Gamgee, Peregrine Took, and Meriadoc Brandyborg are making the Shire proud by taking down the enemy Dane. And the builder, the second builder in like the last 1 minute from Ave has been taken down as well. I mean, this is not looking good now. Rallying call on this Hobbits. Commitment against the Hall of Warriors. They should be able to take it down. Rebuild, I believe, is available, yeah. You can use it now to save it eventually, but it's gonna just delete, not gonna deny. The Hall of Warriors has been taken down. Dwarven Riches for Ave, but on which mineshaft are you planning to use it on? That's a big question, because I think everything what you have is in a really dangerous situation.
Guardians at the ready.
Guardians at the ready. Rallying call has been used, also from Ave defensively. Level 7 Guardian, dude. They get 3 times 5% additional movement speed now. That's huge, because look at this. You know, you see the movement speed differential. If they run in a long distance, these units, they will be so much faster. Frodo Baggins, when he's dying, the scream is kind of always gets me. Big commitment. Shake Foundation has been used on enemy fortress. Rebuild is available for Ave though. I mean, he can still use it to heal up the fortress, but it looks like he doesn't even bother doing that. Ave will be losing the first game as he's defeated. We have the blue Dwarven player Sauron at the bottom side against the red Dwarven player Ave at the top side. We have seen the exact same matchup in the previous game on the map Westfold 2, in which Sauron was able to win, but it was not one-sided, guys. It was definitely possible for Ave to win. Maybe Ave is gonna have a great comeback in the game number 2, who knows. Again, if you lose the first game, it's a bad thing, but it's not the end of the world, because it's a best of 9. You can afford to lose 1, 2, even 3, 4 games and still have a great comeback later on. Okay, so PowerPoint wise, I mean, we're gonna definitely see, you know, the rallying call, because that's the only reliable option for the Dwarven faction. Remember, they have no scouting abilities, no Farsight, no Vision of Palantir, no Human Wood, no Dwarven Wood, no Dwarven Farsight, no Dwarven Eye of Sauron, no Dwarven Eye of Erebor, nothing like that. 2 mineshafts, Hall of Warriors never change a running system. He was starting exactly the same way in the previous game. And on the other side, we see also the same start for Ave in the previous game, like pretty much 3 mineshafts around the fortress into the Hall of Warriors. I'm expecting a pikeman start once again, yeah. So they will do the same thing they have done in the previous game. Pikeman start, creeping the troll layer first. So early on, it's gonna be like more like a expanding slowly, you know, safely. That's more like the play style of the players. No risky move, no offensive barracks coming up, no offensive mineshaft coming up just yet. Gollum is lurking around this area, looking for the sneaky little hobbitses or potatoes. Boil him, mash him, stick him in a stew. More pikemen are coming up. Looks like they're gonna just creep the troll here, you know what I'm saying? But the builder from Sauron is actually trying to lure the troll to the enemy mineshaft. Unfortunately for him, the dwarf is not in the range.
Who called for some guardians?
Who called for some guardians? Creeping action, doing the same like he did last game with the builder. The troll is gonna be running into the pikeman, taking so much damage in return. And also, Ave is gonna do the same, right? But his builder luring away was not that successful, but it's okay. It doesn't need to be, because you will be able to creep this anyway, even without the assistance of the builder. However, with the builder, you can have like a more like a healthier clear, if this makes sense for you guys, and you can be done with it maybe a bit sooner. I don't think this 2 to 5 seconds do matter that much, but maybe it does, you know what I'm saying? Oh, but I mean, it definitely does. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, he might be able to interrupt him and eventually steal the creep too. I would go for the money, dude. I would literally take the risk. You know, no risk, no fun. I mean, the good thing is for Sauron in this situation is he was kind of forcing Ave to use the war chant kind of defensively, and that's a win-win situation in my book, because now Sauron can use his own buff, just wait it off until the rallying call is off from Ave, and then just go for a counter attack. Okay, the mineshaft has been found. The red guardians from Ave, they will be able to see the mineshaft, and Sauron demolishes the mineshaft right away, get the money back, but also mainly to deny his opponent the experience points he's looking for. 2 power points collected after the rallying call. This time rallying call has been used from Sauron to save the mineshaft. The pikes once again are extremely weak against swordmen, and I'm just expecting to see Gloin very soon again. You know, like we have seen in the previous game, Gloin has such a huge impact on the game, and yet again he's a very cost efficient hero. That means you can always afford him He's the cheapest hero out of dwarves. Remember, Dwarven faction is the one faction with the least heroes. You have only 3 heroes, right? You have Gloin, Dane, and Gimli. That's it. Men of the West, elves, they have way more heroes available. But it's quality over quantity. Especially Gimli, you know what I'm saying? Gimli is like a Superman, guys. Okay. He will be able to find this and take it down. Or, I mean, he's trying to defend this, but it's gonna be close. Like when you clump like this, it's really hard for the opponent player to defend. You know what I'm saying? Because look what's happening. You see how many units of these red dwarven units are not able to attack. That's painful for Avi, losing this mineshaft just like that. We have a small fight in the middle, Guardians against Guardians. May the best Guardian win. He's going for the level 2 though, and gonna turn now on the charge attack, and that's gonna, you know, that's, I don't know if this is a great investment or not, because you need to understand that costs you what, 250, right? And that's the same money you need to invest to recruit 1 more Guardian. So basically you invest 500 into 1 Guardian, which could be invested into having 2 Guardians instead. Now the question is, of course you're gonna be able to win the fight, but is it really worth it? Especially early on when you are struggling money wise anyway. I don't know if this is worth it, because I don't think it's gonna make you strong enough to win a 1v2 situation. You know what I'm saying? So maybe a second barracks and having 2 Guardians instead would be a better call, but I don't know. We will see. Gloin is already on the field. There we go. Level 1, but again, doesn't matter because he will get level 4 in no time. Double Gloin, double trouble. Look at them, boys. Gloin against Gloin. Oh, this Gloin was faster. He's like, sit down. That's my territorium. That's my, get out of my jungle. You know what I'm saying? Hold ground stance. Like, you see the good players, they're always using the battle stances wisely. They always switch to the right battle stance. Right before they take damage, boom, they are using hold ground stance. Right before they deal damage, boom, they switch to the aggressive stance. This way they can, boom, level 4, just like that, dude. That's crazy. Level 4 and level 1 only for Avis Gloin. Shake foundation, boom, sun on your face. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Does he have rebuild? I mean, he could go for it, but it's gonna delay his Hobbit summon, right? Maybe, you know, that's, I believe, a decision making, right? You gotta ask yourself, do I really wanna save it? Do I really need to save it? Or am I gonna be in a better spot if I collect a bit more power points and go for the Hobbit summon instead? I mean, that's a question. The answer will be answered right now. We are getting the Hobbit song from the Shire in the background. And he might get the chance to kill Gloin. Yeah, Gloin has been taken down, but also he's Gloin. Oh my goodness. Double Gloin, double trouble, but no more trouble in this world. Okay, this mineshaft is going to be found from Ave. It will be taken down too. There is little to zero defense around this side. Okay, so I don't know what to say, man. I mean, it was looking good for Ave in this situation, but remember, he lost the barracks, right? That means he has to now rebuy or rebuild his barracks, which again will buy so much time for Sauron to recruit additional units. Like, they are talking about time investment, and time is so important in RTS games. So during all this time, you know, Sauron is able to recruit at least 1 up to 2 more units, which is giving him the outspam power. And remember, Ave once again was forced to use the, you know, the summon defensively. Now, in the counter-attack potential, Sauron could have gone also for the Hobbit summon, but he didn't. He actually went for the Dwarven Riches on this mineshaft level 2, which is a huge money boost, right? So basically, he has 800 command points with Dwarven Riches on it, against 600 without Dwarven Riches. Long story short, he has such a crazy eco boost as we are talking. He might even get the chance once again, like in the previous game, to recruit, for example, King Dane very soon, or even Gimli. And then, you know, it's going to be tough for Ave once again. We will see. I mean, the Gloin is back on the menu. That's good. But Ave is struggling. Like, Ave is struggling to reach the opposite side of the map. Ave is kind of in a turtle situation. He is only defending himself all the time.
Save me, my bearded friends.
Save me, my bearded friends. Okay. Looks like Gloin is going to be able to get away barely, but again, just take a look into the minimap, you know? Also, King Dane is... Gloin, not King Dane. Gloin is back on the menu too. For Sauron, he has Shake Foundation available, the level 2 mineshaft. That hurts. I mean, he has not even revealed from the spellbook, and he's dropping down to 500 command points only. The thing is, those level 2 mineshafts, level 3 mineshafts, they are so high valuable as they give you 175 command points in total, and losing them is making you lose so much stuff, cutting down your resource income, cutting down your command points. And it's hard to not lose them when there is blind on the field. Boom, slap on your face. There we go. Level 4, hold ground stance for whatever reason on both of them. He didn't use the Shake Foundation yet. Who called for some Guardians? And no battle wagons all game long. Double barracks against only one barracks. Now he has also double barracks, I take it back. You know, why not battle wagons? I don't get it. I think battle wagons can do so much work in the situation because they don't recruit any pikemen, am I right? I see only Guardians, literally, from the beginning of the game until now. The only thing they did with the pikemen was creeping the trolley, and that's it. Other than that, they are spamming Guardians all game long. And imagine like a battle wagon or 2 battle wagons. At least you will be forcing your opponent to recruit so many pikemen to counter them. Boom, Shake Foundation on the level 2 mineshaft. It will be just one-shotted. And dropping Ave down to 400 command points, and Sauron is up on the 825 department. And ladies and gentlemen, we have King Zane on the field, just in the preview, like in the previous game. Hobbit, Dwarven War, heal has been used. Oh, this, don't be careful. And Gloin from Ave has been taken down. That's offense Hobbit summon now. It's a huge army. This might be the GG move from Sauron if he can make it done. And losing the second game in the best of 9 is painful. You know, it's painful, especially with Dwarven faction, because remember, you cannot pick dwarves anymore for your opponent. I mean, on the bright side, your opponent can also not pick dwarves for you, but still. Man of Steel was summoned from Ave defensively, and that's what was the case throughout the entire game so far, in both the games. Ave was forced to summon everything what he did, more and more defensively. And most of the time, offense is the best defense, because now what's happening is he saw the Man of Steel summon, he just bails. He just gets away, you know? Waits for the duration to be off. Attacking from the bottom side, expanding, getting more and more money, and Dwarven riches, holy moly guys, he's making the Dwarven player Sauron rich indeed. 8 power points collected. Frodo Baggins, look at him boys, look at him. He doesn't have the one ring though. I mean, in this game he doesn't have the one ring because the one ring is where it's supposed to be. It's the creature Gollum.
Guardians at the ready.
Guardians at the ready. I mean, I think this is I will hear that in my dreams. Guardians at the ready. Guardians at the ready. Who called for some Guardians? Guardians all day, all night, baby girl. Big attack. Rallying call has been used. A charge is incoming from the charge attack of the Dwarven units. 10 power points almost collected after the Dwarven riches in the Hobbit summon for Sauron. 925, ladies and gentlemen. 925 against 350. Dude. That's like almost 3 times the amount of command points. Can you just like imagine the money differential? You will see at the end of the game the graphics. I will show you guys. What is this, dude? Sauron is memeing him. Guys, what is happening? Sauron is like, we need to build a wall and we need to build it quickly. Sauron is like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna wall you, my friend. I'm gonna wall you, and eventually you can also put like this, you know, catapults on top of the wall, right? Like he does that also. Watch this. He does that. Like that's the new generation of sieging, guys. You can siege like that. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Boom. He actually killed it before he got killed, but they just died both at the same time. There we go, the Hall of Warriors is falling apart. 350 command points for Ave and 1000 command points now for Sauron. 8 power points collected after the second usage of the Dwarven riches on the level 3 mineshaft. He's growing rich. He can afford to lose everything, and he has enough money and enough sustain in his economy to revive and rebuild everything he loses. We cannot say the same about Ave Have. Hobbit summon will be used defensively once again from Ave, but there are a bunch of Guardians. And I believe the only thing what Sauron would need is get the siege hammers purchased and go ham. Level 3 King Zane heal is gonna be used to keep those heroes healthy. The hobbits are screaming as they are getting killed by the mighty dwarven units. Level 4 has the mighty reach unlocked. Once again, mighty reach means 25% increased damage and 25% increased movement speed. And also the shroud revealing is not bad, but it's not, you know, efficient enough in this kind of situations. So with that, we can commit as they are now dealing way more damage, right? He's surrounding the fortress completely. Remember, beside the mighty reach, you know, King Dane offers you additionally anyway increased damage. So mighty reach plus the leadership from King Dane means you have 50% more damage, 25% more armor, 25% more movement speed, and 20% more shroud revealing. So it's a very sportive, great sportive hero. In the fortress was repaired from Avi. It's on cooldown. That means it's a matter of time and the fortress is gonna fall.
The call for battle cannot be ignored.
Yeah, cannot be ignored. Don't scream like that. It's over anyway. Avi will be defeated just like that in the score. After 2 times Dwarven Mirror, it's gonna be 2-0 for the Canadian player Sauron. So there is no excuse. May the best Isengard player win. We have the red Isengard player Avi at the bottom side against the orange Isengard player Sauron at the top side. The colors are not matching with the scoreboard, unfortunately. Sorry for that. I will make them match for the upcoming game. 2 furnaces coming up for both the Isengard players. As for the PowerPoint, Kribin has been chosen by Ave and Sauron didn't pick anything yet. I believe the Kribin is the most reliable PowerPoint choice from the Isengard faction at the beginning of the game. Just because it can nullify the effects from the war chant anyway. A new power is rising. And victory is at hand. Imagine me as an actor for Saruman, guys. Imagine me with the white beard, with my staff in my hand, you know what I'm saying? And I am talking to the Uruks. Uruks would be like, hey man, who the heck are you? You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Do you have the right to talk to us like that? We will kill you first. You know, they wouldn't take me serious. But I would hit them like a truck if they don't. TTC, welcome. Next 2 games are going to be Isengard? Hopefully not, man. Hopefully not. So we have 2-3 furnaces into the Uruk pit. On the other side, we see the same situation also for the orange Isengard player Sauron. And we will see the mighty Urukai. Remember, this is no rabble of mindless orcs. These are Urukai. Their armor is thick and their shields broad. The Isengard. For me, Isengard horn and the Haradrim horn are the best horns. The horn of Helmhammer shall sound in the deep one last time. Was also pretty epic. For me, King Theoden was such a unique character, you know what I'm saying, in the films. I used to like him a lot. Like, he was like a very great king. I was so sad when he got killed by the Bitch King like that. Because, to be honest with you, not many of the good guys died. But if you think about it, the only guys died, literally from the good ones, is the son and the daddy from Rohan. So basically, Theoden was kind of getting screwed all over again in the films. He lost his son, Theodred, and then he lost, you know, he just got killed by himself too. I mean, he got killed himself too. So pretty unfortunate. We have seen Haldir dying, and that's pretty much Boromir, obviously. Boromir, I mean, I don't even count Boromir because the actor, I knew it when when you see him on the films. Okay, this guy is gonna die first. But from Rohan, only Theoden and his son died. It was good situation for Elma because he got the chance to be the king. You know what I'm saying? So Uruks, they are getting in the formation, but the crossbowmen are shooting at them. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Oh, the furnaces, dude, they are so squishy. You can burst them down anyway. Watch this. Burst. One more burst. And just gone like that. The counterattack with the one Urukai. Ave has nothing to defend himself. Not even crossbowmen on the field just yet. He might actually lose 2 furnaces. Maybe. We shall see. Kribane start for both the players. Nah, actually not. Sauron was picking up the vision of Palantir, which also gives you increased movement speed. I hope you are at least dressing like Saruman. Of course, my dude. Imagine me, in this robe, you know what I'm saying? We must join with him, Gandalf. We must join with Sauron. It would be wise, my friend. And, tell me, my friend. Gandalf is gonna speak to me like that. How dare you, Gandalf? Now, I will go for a juicy applause on your face, son. You know what I'm saying? That big attack. Lots of Uruks from Ave. Let's see if they can do stuff here. I still haven't started work for the next. I still haven't started work on the next 2 emotes I can choose. Yeah, again, you unlock the points. So basically, just send me the emotes you would like to have, and then we need to kind of remove a couple of them because we cannot upload in new emotes without, demolishing, or not demolishing, but without removing any of the existing ones. And once we done that, I will just take a look into.
Build me an army worthy of
builds me an army worthy of Mordor. Do a Saruman cosplay for IG? Yeah, I would like to. You know what I'm saying? I was always a person, I always wanted to make cosplays, guys. But the thing is, those costumes, they are so expensive, dude. I'm a very, you know, like, how can I say? I'm not willing to invest that much money into that. Like, I wanted to dress up like an orc, for example. I mean, to be honest, I don't need to have any costumes to be like an orc, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like my natural talent, you know, to be an orc without having any dress up. Uruks, crossbowman, we're gonna have a clash in between the in the kind of middle of the map. Kribin is gonna be used, but it's a bit too early, and you don't want to use it that early. Look what's gonna happen if you use it too early, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be shot instantly, and they are very squishy, they have not much health. Okay? So I believe this should be a good fight still for Sauron, because he got the chance to get to the melee range against the crossbowmen. And crossbowmen, they are always squishy, so you want to be able to keep your distance, and that's possible if you have like body blocking units in front of you. Saruman cosplay confirmed. I will try my best, dude. I will try my best. Shanks in the shower. Hey, Falcon is in the chat. Welcome, Falcon. Welcome. Why you guys keep changing your Twitch names like that? It's very confusing for me to keep the track, you know? With a war pit coming out after the double Uruk pit, I would love to see some berserkers too, but you know, that's something we don't get the chance to see very often. They cost the same like Uruks. 300 is a little bit too much in my opinion, but it's okay. Big fights, but again, you know, Avi is the one who gets pressured from Sauron all the time. 500 command points available for Sauron and 450 for Avi, 4 power points against 4 power points. So it's pretty evenish. I think it's gonna be okay if, you know, Avi defends this without losing too much stuff. But it's, you know, easier said than done. Crossbowmen are shooting each other. Uruks are fighting against each other in the front. 5 power points collected, which can be invested into something like the War Chant. And in a raw combat strength, obviously the Kribin is better. It's like than Vision of Palantir. Vision of Palantir is good for scouting, for engaging, for disengaging, but when it comes to fight army against army, Kribin is gonna give you a huge advantage. Losing, you know, kind of eliminating a quarter of the damage from the enemy units and a quarter of their armor is pretty a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's not to be underestimated. 5 power points collected, 550. So 6 power points collected, 450. So 100 command points behind and 1 power point behind for Ave. Again, it's not a big deal, you know, when you are like this. That's not like 100 command points is like literally 2 furnaces, and that can be changed with like 5 seconds. But he also keeps losing stuff, and I believe the Warg Riders are gonna be a huge choice for Sauron, because there are barely any pikemen, and look what's gonna happen now. I mean, that's gonna be devastation, right? That's why Palantir is good, because it will keep you up to date. You know what I'm saying? You will be able to see stuff before it happens. And trust me, knowledge is so important. Drosdal, thanks for the Primus for the first time subbing to the channel, my dude. Thank you for the huge support. It means really a lot to me. Thank you, thank you.
Drosdal just subscribed. Welcome to Beyond Standards.
Thanks for the huge support. Really means a lot. Thank you. Golem costume would be cheaper through that. Through that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make you know, like a maybe for the finals of the $1,000 tournament, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I can actually think about like a costume, like a cosplay. But I'm also gonna, you know, like use the voice of the character. I'm gonna try to use the voice of the character. Imagine me casting like a full tournament finals with the voice of Gollum. I need to train it first of all. I need to first of all listen to Hobbit. Listen to Gollum for like a couple of hours before I can do that. May Shadowfax with the Raiders. Rohirrim. Thanks, May Shadowfax. Appreciate that. Welcome everybody to the grand finals of the BFME 2 Wormtongue tournament between Ave and Sauron. The score is 2-0 for Sauron, and now in the game number 3 we get the chance to see a Isengard mirror match on the map Fort of Brunnen. I wish the players, of course, best of luck, but this game is also not looking too shabby for Sauron, who is the orange Isengard player, by the way, just to keep you up to date. If a Lord's on the field chasing down Uruks, he's level 2 only, but Ave is just losing everything around the fortress. He's dropping down to 250 command points only. Sauron is 550. That means Ave has only 1 single furnace remaining on the field, and that's it. So it's going to be hard to turn this series around at this stage of the game. And remember, it's a best of 9. It means, you know, you can still have a great comeback. You just missed the awesome 2 Dwarven mirror matches, guys. And that means we won't get the chance to see any more Dwarven gameplay in this series, as the players are only able to pick the same faction for the opponent player twice in a series. Orc Riders, Crossbowmen, Uruks. He might go for the House of Healing around the fortress to give sustain and health, you know, like recovery for the Orc Riders, but I think he has so many units on the field, he doesn't really need to do that. And once again, a turtle situation pretty much for Ave. He cannot do much but wait to be attacked and hope for the best to be able to defend himself. Hot tub column stream confirmed. You don't want to see that, dude. I mean, I can do it, but you don't want to see that, guys. Trust me on that one. Like, the thing is, if you ever see that, that's gonna be a picture you will never be able to get out of your mind anymore, guys. I'm telling you. Like, even when you are 8 years old and you have like this, what is the sickness called, right? Like, there is a sickness in which you have like memory problems, memory issues, right? You cannot remember anymore, like Alzheimer, right? Even if you have this sickness, which I never wish any of you guys, of course, you will still forget everything, but the one picture in your head is gonna be me in hot tub as Gollum, dude. It will be hitting your brain and your mindset like a truck. Big fight. Creepane is available for Avi. 250 command points only, but Wildman of Thunder is on cooldown. That's the only good thing for Avi. Lourdes is level 4. Maybe Lourdes gets level 7 for the pillage and you get additional money and you defend a couple of times. Maybe that's the only way you can get back. But I think other than that, the only way Avi can turn this game around is actually Sauron having connection problems and loses the connection. Agent Smith costume will be more easy, Mr. Aragorn. My name is LSR. Hey Drusco, welcome. Big Boy Pappy, welcome. Symbio, welcome. Flaming Wizard, welcome guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I see many of you guys in the chat. Appreciate that, really. I also see you in the last streams. Really means a lot to me, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are also ready for some Rise of the Witch King action very, very soon, as we're gonna have a Champions League start. And that means we will have lots of quality games before the big tournament of $1,000. War Chant. Lourdes, actually, I like the auto attack animation from Lourdes, in which he doesn't care with the sword. He actually gives you a headbutt, you know what I'm saying? Lourdes. He's the fighting Uruk-hai. 350, 700. But the thing is, Sauron never gives, his opponent the chance to have like a recovery. Perma pressure, perma pressure, perma pressure. Like, Ave is trying to stall by putting pressure, but the thing is, he can't achieve too much with sending 1 or 2 units forward, you know what I'm saying? Sexy Nuts BFME. Last warning, guys, my friend, to you. Sexy Nuts, I see your name all the time and I keep warning you. Please keep the chat in English. Unfortunately, if you keep doing that, you will not be able to type anything anymore very soon. So it's a basic rule, English chat. And not only you talk in Turkish, but you are always complaining about other players. You know what I'm saying? You are complaining about Avi losing right now. You are... What are you trying to achieve? I don't get it. Stop it. Dude, stop it. Don't be negative. We don't need negative people like that. Crossbowman, Uruks, Crossbowman. 400 command points for Avi and 850 for Sauron. Wildman of Thunder summon is available. And there is nothing that can deal with them, right? That means he has no Warg Riders on the field just yet. He is trying to build up the Warg Pit, but I think it's gonna be a little bit too late, as the Wildman of Thunder will be special summoned now behind the Uruk Pit, behind the Furnace, behind the potential upcoming Warg Pit. In the big commitment, the Furnace has been taken down. Turkish body hair always makes Turks stay halal. Dude, guys, I have such a hairy body. I gotta be honest with you guys. My chest, dude, you don't even see my chest, guys. I'm telling you that much. We have the red Isengard player Avi on the right side against the blue Isengard player Sauron on the left side. In the game number 4, which was a pretty one-sided. I mean, to be honest, the games were not very one-sided, especially the first game was pretty back and forth. The score is always not telling you the truth, even though the score might look like, okay, that's a one-sided series, but trust me, it isn't. When you have seen the games, anything could have happened. Sometimes you gotta be a bit more lucky. Sometimes it's about the right timing, the right execution. But so far the games were quite unlucky for the Turkish player Abi. Double furnace into the Uruk pit coming up for for Sauron, into the third furnace right after. We see the same situation also for Abi. Double furnaces kind of defensively around the fortress, and that's what you are supposed to do. Because furnaces... For Gondor! Let's go. Right, I mean, the furnaces are so squishy buildings, right? It means you gotta build them right in front of, around the fortress to have some sort of, kind of neutral protection. That's like one of the major differences at the beginning of the game in compared to Rise of the Witch King, in which you are always trying to aim for like a 97% resource building just to get the maximum value of the selected structure. Because remember, every single resource building in Rise of the Witch King has the same HP. That means a tunnel is as tanky as a furnace. A furnace is as tanky as a mine shaft. There is no advantage, no disadvantage in terms of the, the building's tankiness. We have Uruk-hai now on the field for both the players. PowerPoint wise, we have the Vision of Palantir once again for Sauron. And also this time for Avi. Remember last game, he was actually picking up the Vision of the Kribing. And also keep in mind that Abi and also Sauron are participating in the upcoming Champions League, which is like an event, not like a tournament, but more like a challenge system for Rise of the Witch King on the most recent patch, the 8.5. And there is a high chance that we might see them fighting and facing against each other also very, very soon, in the Rise of the Witch King. Uruk-hai. You have also Uruks here. Palantir has been used on them. You can see this white animation, like white glow. You see that? That means they will get the chance to move a bit faster. And with a bit faster, I mean like literally 15% more movement speed, which is pretty respectable. But they can't really do much when there are crossbowmen ready to defend. Uruks here, they are defending against the other Uruks, but they can ignore them and clump against the furnace, for example. And Sauron knows that. He demolishes that immediately to get 150 back. So basically, if you demolish a building immediately, you get half of the money back you invested into building it. But the more you wait, the less money you will get back. So if you are sure you cannot save it, just demolish it immediately. This way you at least get 50% refund. You know what I'm saying? Which can be nice for you to get the chance to replace that in a different place. Crossbowmen are here to defend, double crossbowmen. But you see, that's what I'm talking about. The furnaces are so squishy that even if you catch them in time, if they get the chance to attack it 2 times, it's gone.
These are Uruk-hai. Their armor is thick and their shields broad.
Their armor is thick and their shields broad. Okay, 1 power point collected. 400 command points available for Sauron. And 350 command points collected and nearly 1 power point available for Abi. So for now, it's pretty evenish. We have 2 crossbowmen for the defense, Uruks for the offense. And there is no War Pit coming up yet for Abi. And also not for Sauron. So maybe what can be a nice hero choice. Now, call me crazy, but I think Shaku could be a nice choice. I mean, Lourdes is always a great choice, but Shaku can be also a nice choice. Because what Shaku can do is you can always, kind of lurk around the entire map and find furnaces and pressure them all the time. And again, like your existence on the field is going to always force the opponent player to either demolish every time the furnaces to deny you to get all the levels, but also eventually to recruit multiple pikemen to counter that. And pikemen, if you don't know, they are so expensive in BFME 2. They cost 50% more money than an Uruk-hai. And they are bad against anything else but against pikemen, but against horses, in this matchup. Creeping action is going on. Crossbowmen are here, but who's gonna get the money? Who's gonna get the money? Just focus on the creep, get the money, get out. Get the money, get out. Oh, a lucky drop here. Oh, he got only 1 part of the money. There we go. Saxonauts asking, dude, I warned him plenty of times, don't speak any other language but English. But he's in the chat complaining and always complaining about other players. I see his mess. I can understand his mess. I'm Turkish too, by the way. I know what he's talking about. He's complaining about Abi, about his playstyle, and kind of trying to flame and negativity. We don't need people like that in the chat. So if you are here to have some fun, watch the game. If you don't like the player, then don't watch it. But don't be here and complain. You know what I'm saying? That's not helpful. That's not fun either. You have no right to destroy the fun factor from anybody else. And when I warn you literally 3 times, and you keep doing it, then at least don't ask for a reason when it's happening. You know what I'm saying? The furnace is gonna be demolished. We have 350 command points available for Isengard player Sauron, 450 for Ave. Ave is actually having a great momentum now. He is now turning the game a little bit around by putting counter pressure. We have Lords on the field for Sauron first. Sauron actually demolishes everything just in time. More stuff. Yeah, but it's not only about that, you know what I'm saying? He was also like, Ave keeps talking and then he's losing and this. Like, all his messages were like, literally, when I check his change log, check chat log, since the moment he followed, like 2 days ago, until now, every time he did not say anything positive, dude. What the heck is wrong with you, brother? What's your problem? I don't get it. Sometimes I really have like my trouble. Literally, I'm a person, I like empathy, you know what I'm saying? I like to put myself in someone else's situation, but I cannot understand the reasoning by which you follow. And since the day you follow, since 3 days, every bit of your message, even though despite the warnings of keeping it in English, you keep talking in Turkish in the chat, and then you keep flaming the players who are playing online right now. Like, you are the biggest backseat gamer I have ever seen, my friend. That's not good. Mark Groberg, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. Welcome. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. Welcome to the toxic community, Shanks. There is no toxic community in this chat, at least. Uruk-hai. 500 command points available for Sauron and 600 command points available for Ave. Ave is definitely the lead, but Lurtz is gonna be a huge impactful hero in the mid to late game. So when Sauron can survive the the waves of the enemy units which are sent forward to destroy his economy over and over again, and Lurtz gets to scale into the mid to late game with cripple, leadership, and especially pillage, this game can be easily turned around by Sauron. He has still many units for defense, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's down a lot. Warg Riders are gonna put pressure. Don't run. Oh, that's painful. Ave is riding it down into the pikeman, unfortunately, losing a full bat of the Warg Rider. Almost 8 power points collected for the Isengard player, 450 for Sauron, and 606 power points collected for Ave. The thing is, if you lose Warg Riders, you will actually give so many experience and power points to your opponent. You know, it's kind of bad. I just got here. Scoreboard is a little one-sided so far, but hoping to see some good games. Yeah, Big C. Unfortunately, we got some unlucky situations for Ave though. I mean, the games were not one-sided so far. The first 2 games was Dwarven mirrors, and now this is the second time we see Isengard mirror match. And that means for the upcoming games, there is no more Isengard, no more dwarves. Lords, level 4, the fighting Uruk-hai. And that is the Lords, but that's the problem, you know what I'm saying? The problem here is that this Lords now from Ave is only level 1, has not even Carnage. That means this Lord from Sauron can just use the cripple and cripple him and take him down right after. You see, like, he can always get away. There is nothing that can stop him. We cannot say the same situation about this. Warchant is gonna be used. Remember, the Warchant, if you don't know, gives you additional movement speed from Isengard. That's causing the... Oh, nice one! Dude, the calculation. 10% more movement speed gives you the catch potential in the Uruks, but also the Lords from you all of a sudden is being able to catch up to the enemy Lords. And all of a sudden, this Lord gets level 2, has now his own Carnage, and the level 2 Furnace, which gives you legit 100 command points, is an open area. And all of a sudden, dude, he's dropping down to 400 command points only. Carnage. Lords is turning into the Tomato Lords, and the Uruk pit is getting slaughtered. Slaughter them all. Destroy all Isengard forces. Oh, but he doesn't want to risk it. He's gonna risk it. That's overcommitment. That's overcommitment. Don't lose your Lords for that. Is it really worth it to lose your Lords for a Uruk pit? I don't know, but he's level 4, that's what I know. He's gonna run for his life. Run, fly, you fool. I think he's gonna be in a good spot. He's gonna get away, dude. And there comes the reinforcement. He has now cripple available too. The same level like the level from Sauron's Lords. 400 command points. Here's Wildman of Dunnan. He will be summoning the Wildman of Dunnan actually offensively. Right? Where did he summon them? He was summoning them here, but lucky situation for Ave getting the Warg Riders. What is happening with them? They are dancing. They got the moves. They got the moves. Sometimes Battle for Middle-earth games, you gotta love them, dude. Like, you know, that's crazy. Okay, The White Man of the Island blown away without a success from Sauron. Lourdes has been taken down. This game, boys, is looking phenomenal for Ave. Lourdes is on the field, one more level away from getting his leadership unlocked. And 8 power points collected almost for Ave. With 10, he also gets the chance to go for the White Man of the Island. I mean, if he wants to also, for potentially the Devastation, which can give you a huge money boost and also the chance to stun the enemy heroes for a short duration in units. But I believe in this situation, when there is no Warg Rider on the field from Sauron, the White Man of the Island special summon could be the best call. Because the good thing about the White Man of the Island summon is you can summon them on top of the enemy units directly, right? So you can cause a fight and start the fight right off the bat. My Wargs.
Get over here!
Get over here. Is Lourdes dying to the troll? Never mind, he's not. Third. Oh, what is the PowerPoint raise? Oh my, what happened there? Did you guys see that? It was, what? It's skyrocketing. He got like 4 PowerPoints out of nowhere. Okay, the White Man of the Island special summon is ready. You know what you need to do is just group everything you have, this army for example, and then use White Man of the Island and use War Chant on every single one of them at the same time. I think that would be a great call. He has also enough power points for the Kribin. So we have also enough power points for the Kribin for the Isengard player Sauron. I think he might need to use it if he wants to be able to defend himself. He's gonna choose it definitely from the spell book. I think he is kind of expecting now a big push. This Lourdes is also level 4. That means both the Lourdes from both the players got the chance to cripple each other, so they cannot move for a long duration. Okay, the crossbowman army is coming. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 crossbowmen. That means a lot of DPS for this army, right? Lots of DPS. Okay, we will see about that. The White Man of the Island summon, like mentioned before, on top of the enemy units. Palantir has been used from Sauron to get more movement speed to disengage. Looks like they want to just commit on the Uruk pit. They will get the chance. Kribin is going to be used. Lourdes from Sauron is getting crippled down. That's from Ave actually, right? Let me check. Yeah, from Ave they both cripple each other. Look at this. Tomato, who now has the strength to fight against the forces of Lourdes and Lourdes. Blue pants against red pants. The duration is gone. Now he has the momentum. The crippled duration is also gone, but he can also use Carnage. Use Carnage. He doesn't use it, but he doesn't even need to use it. Lourdes is running for his life. Fly, you fool. And actually, that was a great fight for Sauron. I was expecting the outcome way differently. I gotta be honest, because the White Man of the Island special summon, I was expecting it to have a bit more impact. But Sauron was handling the situation nearly perfectly. Dealing with this tower, by the way, is coming up, a lookout tower. You can also kind of garrison on that if you want. You can put like 2 archers in the tower for greater protection of the pathway. Take a look into the minimap. I think Ave can expand a bit more. Like, there is nothing around this side. It's clear area, right? You can build multiple furnaces, dominant, create your dominance. And always have like a backup plan. Like, hope for the best, but be prepared for the worst. You know what I'm saying? That should be your playstyle. Like, what happens if I lose this situation? If I lose the fight, what happens if he gets the chance to go for a counterattack? Then you gotta be prepared for that. Build up an army, expand, get more command points, get more money. And just in the worst case scenario, you have always like a backup plan you can, still rely on and eventually use to end up winning the game. Lots of units for defense. Look how many units he has. Like lots of pikemen to keep the wargs away. Crossbowman Lourdes is almost level 5 for the leadership part. He's actually kinda camping it out with the House of Healing around the fortress for the sustain. He keeps defending himself all the time. 6 power points collected, 400 command points available, 800 command points available for Ave after the Devastation. In White Man of the Island, he has also 5 power points collected. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, he has now 875, which is already great, don't get me wrong, but he could have like 1000 now. Because there is zero pressure on him, right? There is nothing that can touch his economy at this point of the game. That's why you have the freedom to do whatever you want. You can expand all you want, build multiple towers. Just secure yourself the first victory in this series. The Siege Wargs level 2 is incoming. You could have also gotten the Rams on the field, but I would love to see some explosive mine action. Ideally you want to do that with Saruman. There we go, Fireball, or eventually even the Berserker. Now his Uruk pit is level 2. He will get the chance to recruit them for the boom boom situation. Boom boom. It's always nice. The level 2 is incoming. That's gonna give you the chance to recruit some siege ballistas. 5 power points collected. Weapon of Talent is available for Sauron, Warchan is available, Palantir is available, Creebane is available. Literally everything is gonna be available for the upcoming fight. But there is a Saruman, ladies and gentlemen. And the thing is, Saruman is a very good scaling hero too. That means if he gets the chance to get level 8, it's a game-changing hero, right? Basically, you can steal the enemy units for a short duration and make them fight against each other. And then the level 10, the Word of Power. I'm so sad that I couldn't show you guys the animation yet, just in case you have not seen it yet. But trust me, BFME 2 animations are next level. They are looking so dope. But again, level 10 is a hard milestone to achieve. You gotta have him on the field like for at least 20 minutes to be able to get him to level 10. So Lourdes here is also level almost 5. Got healing up over time, but obviously, as you can feel, there is like little to nothing. What is this? Creebane has been used into the Weapon of Talent. I missed that. Commitment on the level 3 furnace, but I think the furnace itself is also able to protect, you know what I'm saying, with shooting at the enemy units. What do you guys think is gonna be the matchup for the upcoming game? Remember, there is no Isengard anymore, and there is no dwarf anymore. I'm afraid that it might be an Elven mirror match. I'm really afraid about it. Their shields broad. So Lourdes is getting more and more experience. He's level 5 now. Cripple him. Cripple him. You shall not move. Okay, boom. Shoot at him now with the ballista. Go ham. But look, he doesn't want to go ham because this Lourdes is smart. He's holding his cripple for Saruman. Very smart. I think Ave at this point wants him to cripple his Lourdes, but as long as Saruman on the field... Oh, he's going ham. Dodge. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Now Saruman can smooth. But do we have the strength and the power to actually take him down? The siege has begun. The fortress is taking so much damage. You gotta just body block for Saruman. That's very important. Lourdes cannot dive in just yet. The pikes are trying to get into the range, but the pikes are getting kind of humiliated by the Lourdes and the Uruks. The siege continues with the one ballista, which is still unreachable for Sauron. And I believe 2-3 more shots, it's gonna do the magic trick. Double crossbowman inside the tower on each, the Lord of the Rings and the 2 towers. Sauron is calling it GG, and that's, ladies and gentlemen, the first victory for Ave in the best of 9. 3-1. Now we are talking.